Newton's third law and derivation of conservation law of momentum. Newton's third law is for every action there is an equal and opposite reaction. This is written in the mathematical form as F12 is equal to minus F21. To understand this equation, let us see the figure. Let us suppose the two balls are in collision. During collision, two forces act. One is F12, the other one is F21. F12 is the force applied by first body and second body. It is the force applied by first body on second body. F21 is the force applied by the second body on first body. So see the directions of these two arrows. They are in opposite direction, but their magnitudes are equal. Hence, they are equal and opposite forces. If one is considered as action, the other one is reaction. So action and reaction are equal and opposite. Mathematically, F12 plus F21 is equal to 0. That is, the sum of action and reaction is equal to 0. Now let us take the relation for force. The external force is equal to rate of change of momentum. This is written as F external is equal to dp by dt. F external is equal to dp by dt. But F external is equal to 0. When F external is equal to 0, then dp by dt is equal to 0. dp by dt is equal to 0. If no external force acts on a body, then the rate of change of momentum is 0. The rate of change of momentum is 0. In mathematics, if the derivative of a parameter is 0, then that is a constant. So here dp by dt is the derivative of p with respect to time. So p is a constant. From mathematics, p is a constant. Mathematical form of conservation of linear momentum. Mathematical form of conservation of linear momentum. The mathematical relation is m1u1 plus m2u2 is equal to m1v1 plus m2v2. The mathematical form is m1u1 plus m2u2 is equal to m1v1 plus m2v2. Let us try to understand what is m1u1, what is m2u2, what is m1v1, and what is m2v2. m1u1 is the momentum of first body before collision. Before collision, the momentum of first body is m1u1. m1 is traveling with initial velocity u1, so its momentum is m1u1. Similarly, the momentum of second body before collision is m2u2. m1u1 is momentum of first body before collision, m2u2 is the momentum of second body before collision. So the total momentum before collision, the total momentum of the system, the two bodies together is a system. The total momentum before collision is m1u1 plus m2u2. The total momentum before collision is m1u1 plus m2u2. The momentum of the first body after collision is m1v1. The momentum of first body after collision is m1v1. The momentum of second body after collision is m2v2. The momentum of second body after collision is m2v2. So the total momentum after collision, the total momentum after collision is m1v1 plus m2v2. m1v1 plus m2v2 is the total momentum after collision. If the total momentum is constant, then m1u1 plus m2u2 is equal to m1v1 plus m2v2. The left side part represents the total momentum before collision, and the right side part represents the total momentum after collision. Derivation of the relation for conservation of momentum from Newton's third law. The change in momentum of first body is m1v1 minus m1u1. The final momentum of first body is m1v1 and its initial momentum is m1u1. So the change in momentum of first body is m1v1 minus m1u1. This is delta p1. Delta p1. The change in momentum of second body is m2v2 minus m2u2. m2v2 minus m2u2 is the change in momentum of second body. This is delta p2. Delta p2. Delta p1 is equal to minus delta p2. The change in momentum of first body is equal and opposite to the change in momentum of second body. Delta p1 is equal to minus delta p2. Hence, m1v1 minus m1u1 is equal to minus of m2v2 minus m2u2. m1v1 minus m1u1 is equal to, therefore, m1v1 minus m1u1 is equal to minus of m2v2 minus m2u2. By rearranging, we will get m1u1 plus m2u2 is equal to m1v1 plus m2v2. The left side is m1v1 minus m1u1 and the right side becomes minus m2v2 plus m2u2. Minus m2v2 plus m2u2. Take m1u1 to the right side and m2v2 to the left side. Then you will get m1v1 plus m2v2 is equal to m1u1 plus m2u2. Now interchange the left side and right side. Then you will get m1u1 plus m2u2 is equal to m1v1 plus m2v2.